Murli Notes, 7th December 2023. The people of the world must be served, and you need to understand how to serve the world. Your written material must be refined. Service means to enable people to understand the concepts contained in the pictures of the Trimurti, the cycle, and the Kalpatri. These provide all details of the knowledge of the Creator and the creation. In the scriptures of India, there is praise of what you had accomplished and attained. Sanjay is the memorial of Jagdish Chandar Hasija, who wrote down the Gyan in a form that could be studied systematically. The supersensuous joy of the gopis is remembered. Both memorials refer to your final stage at the end, when your study and practice of Raj Yoga reaches completion. At present, you still get emotionally distraught. You get hit by Maya. Even if you are engaged in the study and practice on a daily basis, yet you have still not attained the state of ecstatic recognition of yourself, recognition of God and His knowledge, nor can you yet stabilize in communion with God. People think that if there would be one religion and one unopposed government in India, then it would be heaven. But they do not know the details, the implications, and the reality of this ancient saying. 5,000 years ago, it was the kingdom of Ram, in which there was one unopposed government. This was the time of the Golden and Silver Ages. There was only one culture and one ideology, and therefore there was no conflict of ideologies. People say India and China are brothers, yet they engage in violent conflict. The patriarchal system of the world today has created misogyny and violence against women. Domestic violence is widespread. Most homes are violent and dysfunctional. People of India have forgotten that there was the rule of balance, which is called the culture of deities who lived in equilibrium and harmony. No group of people or species of animals dominated over the others. There was no oppression. The world did not evolve, as science maintains, by one species taking over from another. This narrative exists exclusively to justify occupation, colonialism, and takeover of one group of people by another. This narrative justifies war, economic and political domination, exclusion, genocide, etc. Service includes clarifying that this narrative put forward by science is untrue. Peace and harmony in the world cannot occur as long as this narrative is considered valid and true. This narrative arises from body consciousness. Body conscious means to evaluate reality on the basis of sense perception only. At the present time, there are many forms of governance and many religious ideologies and dogmas which are necessarily in mutual conflict, and each seeks to achieve global dominance. You must prove that in ancient times there was a single, balanced, divine form of government with a social and political ideology that sustained balance and purity. This was the most advanced civilization in human history, and it was located in India. The current civilization is on the brink of collapse because the inherent disequilibrium has produced polarization that has reached its tipping point. Social disequilibrium is reflected in disequilibrium in the natural world. During the days of Brahma Baba, it was assumed that people in positions of political power were well educated and could understand and appreciate the value of this knowledge. As the levels of corruption increase, there are less and less people of this caliber in positions of power. Influencers are increasingly motivated by the desire for money and power. Therefore, when serving VIPs, target those who are genuinely motivated by public service and who can analyze the state of the world accurately. A religious organization becomes influential when a powerful political leader adopts it. The Mahabharata scripture depicts three conflicting influential political groupings: Pandavas, Kauravas, and Yadavas. Brahma Baba took care that the Kaurav government could never gain power over the Pandav government. If the Pandav government gives away its power to the Kaurav government, then it is defeated and it will collapse. Whatever money you have individually and collectively, it should be used to make this land into heaven. This is God's task, and you are helping in this. Those worldly, religious, and political authorities are progressively making the world more hellish, while you are making the effort to make the world into heaven. All of you are relatively poor, and you do not do fundraising. Government cannot be successful if it involves tyranny, oppression, or suppression. Such policies are self-defeating. Delhi is the capital, and you can do a great deal from there. Service means to explain the concepts contained in the pictures of the Trimurti, the cycle, and the Kalpa tree. This means to clarify which concepts are true and which are distortions of ancient truths or man-made assumptions that promote materialism. Om Shanti.